In Denmark, these children will be taught English for at least 10 years, starting already in the first grade. But is it really necessary to have this subject for so many years, or could this put too much pressure on the children?
We have decided to interview 2 students from Sepatov.
Hello, Monica,
Hello.
and welcome. So I'm going to ask you some questions about English and the English system. So how often do you use English in your spare time?
To be honest, I don't really use English that much, except when I speak to my sister. But that's most when we're messing around and things like that.
And what do you think about English being taught from the first grade?
I think it's very important because we live in a world where we communicate a lot with other countries, and a lot of them speak English, and English is also the largest language. So I think it's very important that we have to communicate.
Yeah. Do you think that there are other subjects which should be prioritized more or less than English, and which?
I think other language too, because not all countries learn English and not all are that good at it. So maybe if we learn Spanish also, because there's a large part of that Spanish speaking countries that don't really speak English that well.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you for coming over.
Hello, Oliver.
Hello.
Hi. How often do you use English in your spare time?
I use English pretty often. I talk a lot online with my friends, and they're from other countries, so I use English when I talk with them.
Yeah. What do you think about English being taught from the first grade here in Denmark?
I don't think it's a good idea because, for example, I got taught English in the 3rd grade, and it went perfectly for me, so I don't see a reason to stress the kids and make it more difficult than it already is.
Do you think there are other subjects which should be prioritized more or less than English, and which?
I think prioritizing English in 3rd grade is a great idea because it's such a universal language. So I don't really think so, no.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
There are many different opinions on this subject, but even though some might think children are being taught English at an early age, it seems like the educational system has benefited many students and taught them a lot which they can use.